Now here you can see in today's chapter we would be dealing with transportation of animal. The earlier part we have done earlier. Okay, in my previous class we have done the earlier part, the transportation in plants. So we begin with transportation in animal. Now see here, you see it is a rough diagram of heart. See, this is a rough diagram of a heart, and here you see three circular structure. One is artery, the other is the vein, and this is the capillary. Now you see, if you can observe it, you see this one is, inside one is the lumen. That means it is the cavity within the tube. You can say that these are tubes. One is a thicker one is a little thinner one, and another one is very thin. So you see in the first artery, this layer where I am pointing, it is a thick muscular layer. That means what? It is thicker and it is tougher. Now in vein you see this muscular layer you see is a little thinner one, and here you see in the capillaries this particular layer is absent. Now you see this is supposed to be a very fine layer, and we call it as capillary, and this is made up of endothelium. Now you see, as I said, heart is nothing but a pumping organ, and this pumping organ has certain pipes or tubes attached to it. So that is known as artery, the vein, and the capillaries. Now if I begin with artery is basically that these are blood vessels that takes blood away from the heart. Vein is something, blood vessels that brings the blood towards the heart, and capillary is a very fine network of pipelines that forms the junction of an artery and a vein crossing a tissue or a cell. Okay, now here it is a very basic diagram of the human heart. In book, if you follow your book, you can see the diagram more efficiently. You see it is written RA, LA, RV and LV. So see, the upper two chamber of the heart is known as atrium or auricular chamber, and the lower two chamber, that is mentioned as RV, and you see here it is RV and LV, and this is known as right ventricle and left ventricle. Now these two chambers, you see this one is much thicker compared to them. So the auricular chamber, right auriculum, you see here it is written as a vena cava. It forms the receiving chamber of the deoxygenated blood from all throughout the body. Now from the right auricle, the blood goes to the right ventricle. Right auricle, blood goes to the right ventricle, and from the right ventricle, you see it is written as PA, that is known as a pulmonary artery. The pulmonary artery takes the blood to the lungs. That means since the vein brings the deoxygenated blood, here it goes to the lungs for purification, and from lungs you see PV, that means it is a pulmonary vein that brings the blood to the left auricle, and from there it goes to the left ventricle, and from the left ventricle you see a thick aorta. This takes the blood again to the different cells. Okay, so this forms, vena cava forms the receiving chamber, whereas aorta forms the distributing chamber. Now here you see artery divides into arteriole and forms a capillary. From the capillary, fine tube-like structure goes and circulates through the cell, and then again capillary and again vein. See, vein and artery, they are connected through the capillary only. Clear? Now you see some important facts here. See, the muscles of the heart. The muscles of the heart is known as what? It is known as myocardium, and human heart, what we are seeing in front, is known as double circulation. That means what? The blood circulates through the heart twice. First, the deoxygenated blood enters the heart, goes to the lungs for purification. Again from the lungs, the blood comes to the auricle for purification, purified blood, and again it is distributed throughout the body. So since the blood enters the heart twice, we call it as a double circulation. Now up to this is in your syllabus, but see, there are two different different or 3 different patterns of heart found in the living world. For example, fishes. Fishes are the first organism where you find the heart, and it is 2-chambered heart. And here the complete separation of oxygenation and deoxygenated blood is not there, so it is known as venous blood. The amphibians and the reptiles have got a 3-chambered heart, and the heart of a crocodile has got a false chambered or 4-chamber. Now then the birds and the mammals have their 4-chambered heart. So with this we come to a short description of the human heart. Now you see, we will come across blood pressure and heart diseases. So I'll give you a picture of the instrument that is used to measure the blood pressure. Now you see, here the auricle and the ventricles are there. So the auricles and ventricles, since it's a pumping organ, it contracts. So the pressure of contraction is measured in systole, and the pressure with which the heart comes back to normal, that is known as relaxation, and it is known as diastole. So this contraction and relaxation of the heart is known as the blood pressure or BP, and can be felt on the major arteries of your body. So it is measured by an instrument that is known as sphygmomanometer. The diagram I would be showing it in the picture. So with this we come to the end of the transportation in organism, and you are supposed to go through